So I know I said I fixed my Wi-Fi, but I think I kind of jumped the gun on that. I got a little bit overexcited when I had 3 games in a row that didn't disconnect, but it's gone back to its disconnecting ways. I can't fix it. I'm sorry, and it's incredibly frustrating. Like I was having this epic fucking game against a guy named Curt, and we were both playing our hearts out. It was still 6-6, 30 minutes in. It was one of those incredibly fun games. Those are my favorite games to play and upload and talk about. But shit was about to hit the fan. Like it was like we were both dancing around each other, and it was time to stop dancing and get down to business and killing stuff. And Wi-Fi decides to crap out. So it's very disheartening, very discouraging, and it makes me not want to try anymore. But I probably will eventually. And I did, like I said, I did get a few games. I had one against a guy named Enzap. I'm probably not going to upload that because like it was just a 6-0. I had the upper hand the whole time, and he never really stood any kind of chance. He wasn't not for playing bad or a bad team. I just had matchup and a leg up. So I had this game against a guy named Dagbon, and this was a really good game, and I'm glad that this one didn't get disconnect, and it was really good. So Machamp versus his elf. I'm just gonna go for psychic. I don't really care what he wants to do. He can pay back, bullet punch, focus sash, whatever. I'm just gonna try and kill him and actually flat out one shot it. He said he expected to live, and I guess maybe he could build a spread that could live a timid Azelf psychic, but that one's modest, so he really had no chance. And in comes a Houndoom. So I don't want to take a Scarf Dark Pulse or a Sucker Punch or something. So I go to Bliss because it can take pretty much anything. And I see a Life Orb, so I guess he was predicting a switch, but I don't know why he'd expect me to go to a Common Weakness. Anyway, I just go for a Thunder Wave on this guy, Bronzong, that's his name. Which really doesn't matter too much. It powers up his Gyro Ball, sure, and I'm afraid of that Gyro Ball now, so I go to Fortress, but it's still not going to hurt too much, I don't think. So, going to Fortress was kind of a multi-purpose play. It lets me spin away rocks if he wanted to set rocks up of his own, and lets me set my own rocks up. In comes a Roserade, so I'm thinking, okay, that thing's definitely going to have HP Fire. I'm going to try and remember that for later. But I know he's probably not going to go for it. He's probably going to go for Sleep. So I could go to Blissey, but Natural Cure, he'll just put something else to sleep. So I just go to Gengar. It could take HP Fire if you wanted to go right for HP Fire, and then threaten it out with a nice stab Shadow Ball. And that's the way it works. And I can just Aromatherapy the sleep off anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. And here, I know I was intimidated, but this is a max attack Heracross, and I think Staraptor's defense can't be that good, but apparently it is. I think I looked it up, it's like base 70 or something, so it's not terrible, but I still expected like an unstab, I know, but still super effective hit at -1. I thought I'd be able to kill it, but I guess not. Especially after Stealth Rocks. I don't know, maybe I just overrated Heracross's power there, but I honestly thought that would kill. There's at least the silver lining that Brave Bird takes him out as well. He's rolled over my Heracross there. ×4 Brave Bird, which is sweet. But, I went to Azelf on the double down. He went into Bronzong, so Bronzong kind of trumps it. It could Gyro Ball me down at my sash and just otherwise be annoying, and I'm not going to waste my Azelf like that. So I go right to Blissey as he sets up a rocks. I went right for Aromatherapy to get rid of the sleep on Gengar, and he goes for Gyro Ball. I know this is a crit, I know he's paralyzed, and I know what Gyro Ball does. I still didn't think it would almost one-shot my Blissey. Oh my god, I was so scared when that kept going down. Like, I was in high green. I couldn't believe it. So, now I have to softball. There's nothing else I can really do. In comes Roserade. It's going to put something to sleep, and it's going to otherwise be annoying. So, I'm thinking at this point, maybe I'll just let my Blissey fall asleep, and then maybe he'll go for an attack next turn, even though I am Natural Cure. But he's going to make a very ballsy play by going for Sleep Powder for the second turn in a row, which you don't see people do that too often because the risk of breaking Sleep Claws. Fortunately, my Blissey is Natural Cure, and we get to keep on playing, and another thing is he misses Sleep Powder. However, that Sleep Powder actually messes with my head, and it makes me forget about potential HP Fire. So I stay in with my Fortress thinking, okay, he's going to go for Sleep again. Oh wait, nope, he's just going to one-shot me. And I just facepalmed. I was like, crap, I can't believe I did that. So him missing Sleep Powder actually works out in his favor there, if you can believe that. So Fortress goes down, but I'm still not terribly concerned. I still think I've got a good shot at winning this game. Gengar is going to come in. I've got Spec Shadow Ball, so I'm just going to hit whatever he wants to bring in. Even a Bronzong won't be able to live 2 of those, so I don't think anyway. So Vaporeon takes a lot of damage. I know he's going to go for Protect, so I know it's safe to go to his Elf. I know rocks are up, but Fortress is dead. I can't spin them anyway, yada yada. So is he going to Protect again? I think he kind of has to. I think he knows what I've got planned, so... Or yeah, I don't think he knows I've Nasty Plotted, that is. Because he already saw rocks on Fortress, so maybe he just thought I was a 4-attack set, but... I get my Nasty Plot up, and it's time to just start wrecking shop. I know we still got Houndoom, but after rocks, I will be able to kill it with Thunderbolt. Because he didn't go for it on the second turn of the game, because he went for Dark Pulse, I'm thinking maybe he doesn't have Sucker Punch, and that would be actually kind of neat, because then like I would just flat out win the game. But unfortunately, he was secretly packing Sucker Punch. I should have probably gone for Nasty Plot again, but I didn't want to risk him Dark Pulsing. That sucked. Now in comes Blissey, because Blissey's the only real thing that can take this. I've still got a Metagross, which he hasn't seen yet, but I don't exactly know how that's going to play out. I'm thinking my only chance at this point is if I can trick my specs onto a Houndoom. That's how bad it is. So I went for T-Wave, just in the odd chance he wanted to stay in or go back to Roserade, but he doesn't. He goes into Bronzong. And I know that this thing probably wants to explode. I've seen Rocks, I've seen Gyro Ball. It's probably got a status move, maybe Toxic, maybe Hypnosis, or maybe even Grass Knot, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that he's got Explosion, because a lot of them do, so I'm really tempted to go to Gengar. Obviously Blissey will die from an Explosion, Gengar will dodge it, and I just didn't want to risk him using Gyro Ball. Like here, he's getting paralyzed, so I don't know what he's going for. If I had known... you know, I really wanted to switch to a Ghost for that Explosion, and that's also that's also one of the most badass things you can do in the game. But I couldn't risk him going for Gyro Ball, killing my Gengar, and then like I'm screwed. His Houndoom comes in and kills my Metagross potentially. Between a Flamethrower as I Agility and then Sucker Punch, I just can't really afford it. So I go to Gengar now, expecting Houndoom to come in, and it does. So I know I can dodge I'm thinking Sucker Punch is going to come, so I'm going to try and trick him and get him stuck on Sucker Punch, but he doesn't. He goes for Dark Pulse. I can't believe it. So now Metagross has to live 2 Stab, Specs, Dark Pulses, potentially, from a Houndoom. So it's not looking too great, but unfortunately for him, he predicts my set wrong. He doesn't expect me to have Agility or to use it or whatever, and he goes to Roserade, so I'm like, thank you. All I have to do now is hit my Meteor Mash, and this game is over. If I miss Mash and he puts me to sleep, he can potentially HP Fire me to death, but my Mash hits, and it actually gets me a raise, so no bad luck finish this time, thank God. You know, everybody complains about having those too many, and I haven't had too many of those, but the potential was there, and he could have gone for Sucker Punch there just to be a good sport, but I don't know. So that was a great game, Dagbon. That was a ton of fun. My heart was pounding. Like when I first started playing, like my first 10 battles, my heart would just be pounding so hard in my chest. I'd be like, "Oh my God, what's he gonna do?" And I kind of got like a sense of that. I'm like a drug addict. Like Pokemon is like a drug where you know, I'm just chasing that first high, and I kind of got a little bit of that, you know, nostalgia. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time I upload a battle, I guess, or an LP part or something.